So this week's leak was correct, the free game on Epic is Frostpunk. Set in an alternate late 19th century, where the world has been engulfed in a volcanic winter, you are set the task of maintaining and building up the last city on Earth, as far as you know anyway. You are simply known as the Captain, and you set out with a group of people to find a safe place to set up home using a huge coal furnace for heat and power. The furnace, depending on the map, is in a different location, and the further you get from it, the colder it is, so careful placement of city buildings is important to maintain sensible heat levels. The furnace can be improved via research, and also by using more resources to increase its heat and power output. Resource management is another extremely important aspect of the game. From coal to building materials to food, if you run out of any one of these at any particular time, that could be curtains for you. However, research will help improve the situation here, and careful planning is required to ensure that you choose the right research options down the tree, otherwise picking the wrong ones could lead to you getting stuck and in a very dire situation. Like many society survival games, people can become unhappy and revolt, which can result in you being thrown out of your very own city into the cold wastes of the world. The game, however, gives lots of options for dealing with such dissent, in the form of laws to both potentially control discontent and also provoke it, such as allowing child labour or forcing 24-hour shifts. Equally, as I say, on the other side, there are laws which improve healthcare and provide sick people more rations. Within this, there are also two distinct paths you can take your city down: Order, which is a more militaristic autocracy, or Faith, a theocracy. The aim being to achieve the final law in whichever path you choose to become the complete and total ruler of that city. The entire game is about careful balance where there is no true right and wrong, only very many shades of grey, where sometimes the seemingly most brutal option is actually the only safe option. And random events will ensure you are forced to make some very difficult decisions. There are also chances to explore beyond the city with scouting parties, and both planned and random events that have various outcomes for both the scouting party and your city as a whole will take place. So make your decisions wisely, or risk being thrown out in the cold. Of course, speaking of cold, it's not just random events of citizens and politics that will have a major effect on your city. It is also the weather and the elements. You have to plan ahead as colder periods arrive, which will cause the shutdown of your industries, and if you're out of food, you're going to starve. The game provides a number of scenarios with various difficulty levels. A new home is the main scenario, and some of the others are referenced in this story. There is also an endless mode now. I will note that some of the other scenarios are through paid DLC. Graphically, the game is very appealing, and the steampunk aesthetic works so well, giving a really interesting contrast of metal and browns and glowing reds against the white icy background. Audio is again fantastic and extremely atmospheric, and I cannot begin to stress enough how atmospheric this game truly is. I don't want to delve into the story and spoil it, and I don't want to tell too many of the gameplay mechanics because again, some of those are random events. However, in summary, if you're looking for a game that will provide a significant challenge at higher difficulties, then this is the game for you. From planning out the city, to the research choices, to managing the laws and citizens, the game provides a constant but fun set of challenges, and you are by no means always going to get the good outcome in this game. There are not many games that I would say really stand out to me as deserving a, let's say, 10 out of 10 rating, but Frostpunk genuinely hits that mark. It stands out to me as one of the best games I have played in the last few years, and I would highly encourage you to go and get this game for free on Epic this week, as it is worth every kilobyte of data. But honestly, it's a game I could recommend that people pay for even when it's not free. I hope this review is helpful. Please let me know down below what you think of the game and if you've played it before. If not, let me know what your first impressions are if you've just picked it up. As always, please like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you all next week for the next free game on Epic. Now what are you waiting for? Go grab Frostpunk while it's free on Epic.